been running around a lot, hauling loads. I made a mistake on my registration, so I ended up having to take a week vacation because my truck was not registered. When I converted from hot shot to a semi, the fastest way to get back on the road was to go through a third party for my IRP. Well, they got my renewal notice, and then when I gave them the information for my renewal, they said that I was going to owe $2,333 for the registration, and they wanted to charge me $425 to file the paperwork. I thought that was a little steep. So then I called IRP directly, found out what I need to do it myself. Problem is, I was only like a week and a half away from my registration expiring. I should have started this process, a month to 2 months prior. So being my first time dealing with IRP registration, that was a major lesson learned. But I still had to take care of myself, and the thing is, that third party told me I owed $2,333 for registration. When I sent all my paperwork into IRP, they sent me an email saying my registration was only $2,170. So you're talking about $160 cheaper. The third party said I was going to owe. That's just the registration part. So you gotta watch out for those third parties sometimes. But yeah, I ended up having to take a week off until I got my new paperwork. So finally got my registration and got back on the road. And I'm trying something different. I feel that as a business owner, see, I have the mindset business owner for this company. My goal is to build a company. As much as I love driving this truck, as much as I love being in the seat and all the sights that I see, as much as I love that, I gotta have a business mindset. So I gotta constantly think of ways to improve the business, a way to get my income up and get my expenses down. So I did hot shot. Even though I lost money, the only way to really make money on hot shot is you got to go all over the United States. You got to just be on the road, gone, with very, very little home time. And I did not do hot shot correctly. I'm not saying anything, but there's a lot of guys that make good money, but I did not do it correctly. I was 100% wrong on how I did it, so I lost money. The full 5 months that I did. After 5 months, I had to call it quits. I was not doing hot shot the way you're supposed to do hot shot. And I was doing CDL hot shot, and I was doing it wrong. So, nice thing is, though, I was able to get the money together and got a semi, and I was able to eliminate the East and even even all the middle states, and I was running just a Western 11. The past few months, I pretty much eliminated New Mexico, eliminated like Wyoming, Colorado, and I was pretty much running Oregon, Washington, a lot of Utah. Arizona was good, but Arizona freight rates seem to have dropped, so I haven't been going to Arizona. There's good freight going in, there was just nothing really coming out. I was doing some Montana. Montana has good freight going in and out, as far as I can see. Nevada was looking good, and obviously California. So that's how I've been running for a while. I'm making good money doing it, but my expenses are also pretty high. I spend about $7,500 a month just in my fuel. So I'm sitting there trying to think, okay, how can I? And well, the other nice thing about the Western living is I was getting home every weekend, and that, for me, that is huge. So I went from maybe a day or two a month to get home to being home every weekend. I was like, all right, cool, this is great. But now I'm trying to condense it even more. So I'm trying to find that middle ground where I'm running, I got my expenses down to the least, I got my profit where I need to be, I'm still making money, but I'm not, putting, thousands and thousands and thousands of miles a month on my truck. I'm trying to find where, if I run just California, well, yeah, my fuel costs will go down because I won't run as many miles, but my profit margin drops so low that I can't pay the bills. So that's what this is what my experiment is. My experiment right now is I'm running California, Nevada. I'm estimating around 300 to 500 miles a day. But I have a feeling, just by studying the load board, by knowing what I can do, I think I can cut down my miles pretty good. At the same time, not cut my pay down as much. So I just picked up a load in Santa Rosa on Saturday night. And then I went home, spent the night at home, slept in on Sunday, and I hit the road about 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon. Got down to Cypress, which is down there in LA. Got there that night, woke up first thing Monday morning, got unloaded. That load was 500 miles, and it paid $1,600. So, talking over $3 a mile. Now, that was on 500 miles. Normally, to go from the Sacramento area up to around Seattle, up in that area, I was getting $1,800. Now you're talking over 700 miles. So you're talking $200 more, but also over 200 miles more. So it's a lot more fuel. There's a lot more mountains to go over. Especially going through Oregon, there's a lot of mountains on I-5. Because you got Shasta, Ashland, Grand Pass. There's a lot of mountains to go over, so you burn a lot of fuel. Plus, to go from the top of California to the bottom of Washington on I-5 cost me $65 for my road tax. Because Oregon charges me 21.5 cents per mile. So that's $65 that I just lost. So now, if I was getting paid $1,800, now I am down to $1,735. So now it's only $135 more. I'm still same mileage. The more mountains, the more fuel. At least going to LA, the only mountain you're going to hit is Grapevine. One up, one down, you're done. So, and then I was able to book a load Monday morning going from Camarillo to Chico. And that was about 500 miles, paying $1,100. And so I had all the, talking about a 6.5 hour drive, maybe like 7.5. So I had plenty of time on my clock to get there. So I got to Chico last night, woke up this morning, got unloaded. So man, $1,100 this morning. Now I'm heading to North Highlands. I normally don't do multiple picks, multiple drops, unless I have to. But today we're going to. Today is 3 picks, 2 drops. First pick is going to be here in North Highlands. The other 2 picks, they're about 6 miles away from each other down in Stockton. The 2 drops is one in Truckee and one in Sparks. So we add up all the miles. It was like around 250 miles. Well, the load is paying $1,000. So you're talking $4 a mile. So there's a chance I'll get Truckee delivered today, hopefully, and then maybe New Sparks the next morning. But regardless, I cut my fuel cost way down, and my profit, my income, not my profit, my income seems to not be dropping very much. So I'm looking at going from running around 700 miles a day to running between, well, this will be 250, so run between, I guess you could say, 200 to 500 miles a day. So I'm estimating I'm going to cut my fuel in half, around that. So right now I spend $7,500 a month in fuel. I'm estimating my fuel cost is going to drop down between $3,000 to $3,500. I was also estimating my income was going to go down by around $6,000. I bring in, doing what I was doing, I was bringing in about $30,000 a month for my gross. I was estimating I was going to start bringing in around $24,000 a month with this new plan. Well, so you're talking a $6,000 loss. And now take that $6,000 and now it's like, okay, what am I going to save? Well, I'm probably going to save $3,000 a month in my fuel. All right, so now I'm only out $3,000. Well, I get close to one oil change per month. Because I change my oil about every 20,000. Now I was running around 15,000 miles a month. Oil change, you're talking a couple $100. So if I cut my mileage in half, I might do one oil change every 2 months. So every month or every other month, I might save, say $200. Time-wise, my tires are going to last longer. If I ran, let's just say, let's say I ran, well, I've had this truck since April and I'm about to hit 100,000 miles that I've run this truck. The tire's rated for 100,000 miles and I ran 100,000 miles a year. That means that tire's getting changed once a year, if it lasts. But if I cut my mileage in half to 50,000 miles a year, now that tire, as long as it doesn't break, now that tire gets swapped out every 2 years. So my tire cost will go down. Your normal wear and tear on your truck and your trailer is going to go down. So in the end, if I don't have parts breaking as often, yeah, I get it. If the part's gonna last 10,000 miles, it's gonna last 10,000 miles. But is it gonna take me a month to get to 10,000, or is it gonna take me 2 months to get to 10,000? So I can make more money in that 10,000 miles, if that makes sense. So I think what I'm going to save is going to come really close to outweighing what I'm not going to bring in. Now right now I'm making really good money on these little short hauls, so I'm looking at not losing as much as my estimate. Now as it goes, sometimes you have a really good week, and sometimes you're not going to have a really good week. Sometimes paying good. Next week they might not pay as good. The week after that it might pay better. So that's why it's a trial run. It's not a 1 week trial. You're not going to get any data out of a 1 week trial. So I'm going to do this trial run. I don't have a time frame set on how long I'm going to do it. Because if it keeps working, I'm just going to keep doing it. I'm just going to play. If it's not going to work out, I'm just going to play it by ear and go, hey, you know what? It's not working out. I got to hit the road. And, another aspect could be for the week I do one, most guys might call long haul going East Coast and back. I'm just going to say long haul because I'm going out of California and say, Washington or something like that, even though I get it, Washington, Salt Lake, all those places, I'm talking about a day's drive, which is not very far. But, if it doesn't, I could do a mixture. Maybe do a Salt Lake and back and then do local. Or do a Seattle and back and then do local. So I just gotta play by ear. I feel that if I make one plan and I just stick to that one plan and I don't look at ways to improve, I feel my business will fail. In Hot Shot, I was failing. I was constantly looking for ways to improve. Before I made my decision to quit Hot Shot, I had already been doing a lot of research into getting to a semi. Now, luckily, I had my license already, so there was no issue there. I already had all my endorsements. So, license-wise, moving to a semi, I was already ready to go. It was just a matter of buying the truck. But I was constantly thinking about, what can I do to bring my income up? So now I'm looking at what can I do to bring my expenses down. So, like I said, it's a trial run. If it works out, awesome. If not, hey, I tried. You don't know if something's gonna work unless you try. Now, don't go broke just to try it. Sometimes you might have to, but I guess I could say is make sure you're able to give it a try without too much of a risk. But they say high risk, high reward sometimes. So the other nice thing is I'm estimating is I might increase my home time. So right now I've been getting home a day and a half a week, on average. But if I have a delivery, say in Sacramento, they say I was delivering Sacramento tomorrow morning. I was gonna get to Sacramento tonight. Hey, I might just go home, go to bed, see the wife and kids. So I may actually increase my home time, even if it's only by a couple hours. That couple hours is still a lot. So right now it's looking like the benefits outweigh what I may possibly lose. So just gonna give it a try, see what happens. Hopefully it works out. If not, I'll have to go back to expanding how far I drive. So I think that's gonna be it for right now. Just got in the town of Marysville, so not far from North Highlands. Gonna get loaded up today and get out of town. So catch y'all later. Bye.